I used to be a pretty happy, cheery, go lucky kid. I would always talk to people, always talk to like the new kid in school. In fact, I was actually the person that the teachers would come to say, Katie, can you take so and so round the school as a tour? Like, I was that extrovert kid, right? But as I've got older, I've increasingly started to notice how much of a recluse I am now. I mean, my friends even have to book in an appointment to come and see me to hang out. And that's because they know how hard it is to get an appointment to come see me to hang out. I mean, granted, I am extremely busy, but that's not always the reason as to why I ignore people. I don't want to say that the change happened since the pandemic, but a lot of people do seem to feel that way. It does seem to be that it was a very big shift in what people did and that is now the norm. It's very different from how I remember me being me. So now, as the years go on, and I've started to. I mean, I've always enjoyed my own company, right? So I'm not a needy person. I've never been one of those clingy girlfriends. I can't fucking stand it, and I wouldn't want that for a guy either. Like, leave me alone, literally, right? I've always been like that. You do you, I'll do me. We meet up whenever. Don't be ringing me, asking me where I am all the time. I don't do that to you. So I'm very much an independent person in that aspect, anyway. But I just want to be on my own so much more now. Like, I can literally go a week, 2 weeks without seeing any of my friends. And, they're messaging me and saying, hey, you're right, you free this day? And I'm just like, no, I'm working or I'm doing this. And it is true. But it is also true that I also just don't want to socialize. I do not want to be that social butterfly anymore. I have given my energy out so much over the years. I swear I am just done. I feel knackered. I get so completely tired when I have to give over like my energy. I'm quite an energetic person, as you can see, right? I'm quite animated. So I have a lot of energy. And when I'm speaking to people, or if I'm in a group or any activity that I'm doing that involves other people, I like to give myself 100% in it, right? I'll talk to everyone. I want to get involved with that activity and give it my 100%. But once I've done that, I am literally like headache, knackered, everything aches. I'm just like that's how I feel. So now that I know that that's how I feel, I end up just saying like no, because I don't want to get to that point. It doesn't even have to be like a super energy consuming thing. Like, even just sitting down for a couple of hours, talking and chilling out, still, I don't know what it is. Now it's just like, I need my space. I need my time more than ever. Like, I do not want anyone around me. God forbid the day that I actually do want to start dating again, right? Because I don't want no motherfucker around me. Just simple. Like, I got shit to get on with, and I don't need no one around me being like, oh, no, 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 no. No. And so I'm wondering whether this is something that happens as you get older and you just want to have more time on your own, or is this like something that has happened for the last couple of years and there is this rise in people like that are just fucking done with society? Because people nowadays as well have like changed completely. They're so miserable. Like, I have an entire video idea that I want to bring out about the UK and how miserable we are, but it hasn't always been that way, and there's a few reasons as to why I think that we have gone that way. And I will say in this video that I think one of the reasons is because of humour. I really do think that we've lost a lot of our humour and what is allowed these days, right? So I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in an era where there was Catherine Tate and Harry Enfield and, other ones I can't even remember now. But we grew up in that era where it wasn't offensive. It was funny. But now everybody's so fucking worried about saying something to offend somebody. It feels like nobody just wants to integrate with anybody anymore, just in case you say something that offends someone. So people are now just like, I'm just going to stay in my own little bubble, and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do my own thing. Like, I don't know, just throwing it out there that feels like a possibility to me, that like we've also just lost that kind of get together and have a laugh about a certain film or a series, like, you know, God forbid the in-betweeners and things like that now. You know, we've lost the best days, they're gone, the best days are gone. And so now it's like, I feel that. And all I want to do is just stay at home, work my hardest, and get out and find some sort of way out of this. Because I don't want to be on my own and as a, you know, social recluse. I don't want to do that. I want to be out and I want to meet people, but there is something that is holding me back from doing so. Yeah, I remember the kids in school that used to be like, quote unquote, the loner. Do you know what I mean? I guarantee now that those are the kids that are like grown up and they're like, they've had a whole life full of socialness because they got all of their recluseness done in their early ages. And like, I just feel like for me, it's completely the opposite. And now I'm starting to just not want to be around people, including my friends. Don't get me wrong, like, I love being on my own as well, right? So for me, it's really not that bad, but I can imagine that if there's like an introvert that already doesn't want to be out, and this like, I don't know, weird energy that's like making you want to stay in even more, like I can just imagine that they are even worse than me, like, do you know what I mean? And so I feel for those people, because whenever I go out to like go and get something, right, this is what just annoys me about living in the UK, and or just personally where I am, right? I live in the countryside, so I have to get in the car to drive to the nearest shop, and in order to do that I need money to put fuel in the car, right? And that really annoys me. So I spend the majority of my time at home, because if I need something and I got to put money in the car to go and get it, and I ain't got money to go and put in the car to go and get it, I just won't get it. I just won't get it. So then that causes me to stay in even more so. So is this like, are you feeling it? Is this something that like is happening? Am I on my own here? Or are you also feeling like you just literally like, I can't afford it, don't want to go out, don't want to see people, don't want to socialize. You just want to get on with you, do what you need to do to better your life. Like, that is where I am right now in my life, right? There's a term called monk mode, right? And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do in my life, minus the fact that I'm going on YouTube and making videos, right? But other than that, my work is very much monk mode, right? I am just getting my head down and I am just doing whatever I possibly can to try and get myself out of this situation, because I don't want to be like this. I really don't. I don't want to feel like when I'm outside, people are so fucking miserable and angry on the road that all I want to do is get back home. I don't want to do that. So is this normal, like, at the moment? Like, is this the thing? Are we feeling this? Or should I just get out more? Because I don't know.